I don't know
No.
what you got, but I have to get both.
Hey, get whatever you want.
You got fruit punch.
Lychee native.
What up, y'all? I'm Jigg Staxks. I make music. I'm from Long Island, New York, and yeah.
You from Long Island?
Yeah, I'm from Long Island.
Like you went?
I went to school in Long Island, but I moved around a lot when I was growing up. So like I like grew up in Long Island. Went to school at West Hempstead. But like my whole family lived in Brooklyn, so like I was there and back all the time. So mostly Canarsie, Flatbush, anywhere around those areas, I'm always gonna be there.
So where's your family? Where are you from?
So like my mom is like, I'm a mutt. So like my mom is Trinidadian, and she got some Venezuelan in her too, and my dad is Haitian, like straight blood Haitian. So shout out to my Zoe, shout out to my Trinis, shout out to my Venezuelans. But
the first song that I seen you got on Apple Music, I have Apple Music.
yeah,
That's
me
what
too.
I use. That was in 2018. What year did you drop your first song?
So my first song ever probably came out in 2017. I want to say the year before that, on SoundCloud, because that was when like SoundCloud was like the way to go viral. Like you had Juice WRLD blowing up, X was blowing up, so it was like, yo, if I do this, like Cardi was blowing up, I was like, if I do this, I'll blow up too. But the plan wasn't to blow up. Like the plan wasn't to do music full time or anything like that. I kind of just dropped the song on some funny shit. Like I got my heart broke, and I was like, yo, let me record a song. And that was around the time of like the Do Not Disturb challenges, where dudes were like making videos with the voicemails. So I was like, let me do one of them. And like I just recorded it with my mans, bro. It was mad funny. It was me, my brother, my cousin, and our mans. We was just in the crib in my room. I stole a microphone from school, one of the little snowballs, the like little, like it was probably like $30 microphone. Like it was not made to make music for real. I didn't have any experience with music or audio engineering or anything like that, so I just like would rap into the mic, and I was like, yeah, let's do this, and me and the guys put it out. I was like, I'm gonna put this out at like 6 a.m. in the morning, like right before I went to school. No intentions of it blowing up, didn't promote it, didn't tell anybody. I didn't know any of like how this shit went. So I put it out, and I got to school probably like 10th grade of high school, 10th, and like, bro, there were kids coming up to me singing the words, and I was like, no way. Like, how are there people knowing the lyrics to this? I put this out 2 hours ago before I came here. Like, and it's like, it was really sick, but I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, it's gonna sound toxic or whatever. Like, bro, a lot of that song was about the girl who hurt me, and like, now I had all her friends singing that song. Now all your friends are singing the same song where I'm talking about what you did to me, and you sitting there looking dumb. It was toxic or whatever.
I got your friends singing my song.
Bro, your friends are listening to my song and singing. And I realized, bro, that was like a system. That's what people like, bro. People like toxicity. And I was like, I mean, bro, if people can relate to this, then cool, I'll put out music that y'all can relate to. So yeah, that was my first song. It was Do Not Disturb. And then I tried to put it out on like, I started talking to my aunt because she's in the music business on my mom's side. She does a lot of like soca music, like shout out to her, and lyrical, and that's like my uncle in Trinidad. So like she's tapped in. So she was giving me the details on how things work in the business, and she was like, yeah, you can't put this out on Apple Music. And I was like, why? She was like, well, the quality's not there. She was like, it's a good song, but you need a beat that's not a Drake beat or you're gonna get sued. I was like damn, like that's the only way I like it. So like my uncle made a beat to go with it. I wasn't a big fan of it at first. I still kind of am not the greatest, not because the beat wasn't good, but just because I like the original sound of the Do Not Disturb beat. And we just kept it out there. She was like, yeah, put it in. She started helping me promo, and it kind of just blew up a little bit. And then, yeah, so that's my first. Do Not Disturb, the one you heard on Apple Music, that is not the original. The original is on SoundCloud.
I figured, because when you told me the story, I was like, wait, so then when I heard was probably...
Yeah, that's the new one. That's not the original one. The original one had like, I think, it was crazy. It was like third period. I went to gym, or fourth period, I went to gym, and like I went to the locker room to check my phone. My SoundCloud had like 4,000 plays on it. And the first day I said, 4,000 plays? I was like, I was sending that to my friends, my cousin. I was like, 4,000 plays. We ain't even do nothing but make a joke inside of our, bro, in the closet, like literally like in the back closet area. And we put up some towels and stuff to like dampen the sound. And I didn't know how to like punch in and punch out or anything. Yeah, I didn't know you could stop the beat. So what I would do was like every time I messed up, I would be like, let's run it back. Do the whole thing straight, one take. So like until I got it right. And I was like, you know, this is good enough. So that's really that. But yeah, 2017-ish.
So you basically recorded this song not in one take, but you did it in one take, but it took multiple.
Yeah.
You did it in one take. You dropped it at 6 a.m. and by fourth period, niggas was jacking this shit.
Yeah, bro.
Crazy, like that's some real power.
It was weird, bro. I was like, how are these kids singing this song back to me? I don't even know all the lyrics by heart. Like, it was mad weird. Like, but I will say though, like the area, because that's when I had moved to a different area, and it was like, because I was getting into some trouble in my original area, so like around that Hempstead area. So like, my dad was like, yeah, we out, man. We moved to an area, it was like full of white people and stuff. And I won't lie, like, y'all can say whatever y'all want. White people be supporting almost anything. So like, they be dead supporting, bro. They show mad love. So it's like, I came in, I'm like, how do y'all know the lyrics to this song, bro? I'm on the basketball team, bro. They're playing that on the bus rides before games. I'm like, I don't even want to. I hate hearing myself. Fun fact, I hate hearing my own music. I like, it's just a thing. 100%. You see what I'm saying? Like, I really don't like it. So it's like, damn. I'll just sit on the back with my AirPods and my headphones on. Like, yeah, all right, guys, y'all listen to it. But yeah.
So, what would you say is like your genre if you could put yourself in the category of what music you make?
So originally I would say, like, if you asked me back in like 2018, I'd say I'm a rapper. Like, I liked the rap, period. Like, I like old school rap, I like new school rap, hip hop, I like it, period, overall. I was a big poetry head growing up, so like that was just my thing.
I can tell.
Yeah, I like that. I liked reading. I liked upping my vocabulary all the time. So I'd say now I don't really have a category because I try so many different flows. Like every year a new artist comes out, and it's like the only way you're gonna get popping is if you do something that nobody else is doing. So that's why, like, when Uzi came out, when Cardi came out, I started really studying it. People don't understand, to be an artist, it's like you got to know the science down to a T. You got to study all of these artists. So there was an era when people who were super lyrical, like Meek Mill and Drake and things like that, were like running it overall. Like nobody could stand in their way. Then you got people like Cardi, Uzi coming through and just screaming and making different sounds and stuff, but that worked for them. It blew them up. You know, then you have people who make comedy rap and stuff. So it's like I tried mad different styles. Drill rap too. Like I feel like now, because I mixed around so much, like, yeah, I'm strongest in like real like storytelling rap, like real emotional, like Meek Mill type stuff or whatever, Drake's type stuff. But like I can do rap like Tory Lanez, where it's like melody, like and things like that. Lil TJ, things like that. A Boogie was a big like thing for me around that time too. So you know, I don't really have a category right now. I can't say.
So I was listening to the album that you dropped back in December, Introspective. Now let me tell you guys, I didn't tell him this. It's rare that I like the first song on an album. He said Introspective. That was the best intro.
Bro, backstory on that, because I can't take no credit for the name. Introspective came from my man's. He's considered my big bro. He's also my fraternity brother. He's my sound engineer, sometimes my producer. He basically plays all the roles. But Layzie, shout out to Layzie, because Layzie, bro, I was sitting there and I was like, this man, bro, he pushes me regularly. He's like, yeah, like we can do this. And when I announced I was dropping an album, it was very random. I think I recorded one song and I was like, I think I need an album, bro. I feel lost at life right now. Like I need something to dedicate like time to. So he was just like, I announced that I was dropping it, that I was gonna be starting an album at the beginning of November, and we finished the album basically in a month and 9 days or whatever. The album was completely done. 11 new songs were recorded. But every night I was at his crib recording, and he was like, I was like, what do you think we should name these? Because I'm not gonna lie, when it comes down to my song names, I don't be naming them. He'd be saving them as a name to like, just to know where it's at. So when it's time for me to punch back in, I know where to go, what song to look for. And I was like, I don't know what to call this. And he was like, introspective. And he was like, intro in all caps, spective, bro, because that's exactly what it is when you break down both words. And I was hesitant until I was like, nah, that sound corny. And then he was like, nah, put it. I was like, cool. Everybody who has spoken to me says that is like the best thing you could have done. That's the best name you could have given that song. So shout out to Layzie for that, man.
Best name, best intro. At first I had to really like, I know, like when I say I know that you like poetry and things like I realized that from this album. I feel like I learned a lot about you. I could hear a lot of J. Cole, a lot of kind of like Kendrick inspirations throughout the album. I was in the shower dancing. I loved it. But what I want to say is, because I saw you at Layzie Day. I went to Layzie Day and I liked your performance. Yours is my favorite.
Really? Yo,
I was just upset because my camera was not ready for the dark. Yo.
Nah, yeah, I'm dark as hell.
Yeah, it got really. One thing about Long Island.
Nah, yeah.
It gets
real dark. You don't get them city lights everywhere, like. Nah. And Layzie Day, I'm not gonna lie, like, I did that specifically for Brandon. Like, that's for my man, bro. Cause like, if I didn't like if anybody else asked me, I would have dubbed it. Only because like he's done so much for me overall as an artist, as a person. Like he went to college with me, like saw me grow through, but I'm not a big performer. That's another thing that's like I'm trying to break out of for 2024. Like for the new year coming up and stuff. Like I just want to be able to go out and put myself out there, because I realize when it comes down to promo, it's really about not giving a fuck what anybody has to say about you. Like people tell me all the time, you have the talent, but like you're not putting yourself out there enough. I probably turned down 11 different shows in 2 months, and like just people just ask me to come to little shows, little raves, like come perform, and I was like yeah, and never show up. Sign my name down and everything, never show up. Like, and it's messed up, bro. Apologize to anybody who's seeing this, I'm sorry, but I would just panic.
Don't get on it, because one thing about it, when I seen him at Layzie Day, I was like, nah, this nigga. Because
I would panic.
Listen, before I say what I want to say, because I love everybody's performance. Okay, I love everybody's performance, and I'm gonna get a lot of you guys on the show as well. But I knew when I heard the beat, I was like, yeah, I need to see a little bit more. I need to have him on the channel. I need to see a little bit more of him. Word.
Appreciate
and I've been following, I've been keeping updated. I was behind on music because everybody was dropping music at the same time. But I'm glad I got a chance to listen to the album a couple times that I did today, because I felt like
a couple times today. I appreciate that. That's low.
A couple times, yeah, because I liked it. I really did.
That's low. I appreciate
that. Your music, it makes me feel better about the future of the music industry and where like our artists are going, because at the end of the day, we have good artists out here. It's just that we're stuck listening to the same things over and over again.
Yeah, that sucks. That's the thing with music, that like it's like music comes in like waves of trends. So it's like you've met performers or seen performers where they perform and you're like, oh, like they make great music, but they can't perform for shit. So it's like I had to really adjust to that. And then after that, I started taking little things here and there. So like my school asked me to perform for something. I performed. I was very nervous. I literally did one song out. Even at Layzie show, bro, I did one song and I was out. Like I was like, yeah, let me get off this stage, man. Like this is not for me. I don't like being in the spotlight. So even being behind the camera for music videos and stuff, throwing me off. Like I be sitting there doing the same. If you look at my videos, I'll do the same thing, everything. Like, bro, it's the same hand movements every time. I be panicking. So.
But I know what you mean, because if you feel awkward sometimes to get, when I talking to the camera, as far as doing like podcasts and stuff, that I've gotten used to a little bit more. I kind of just act like it's not there.
Right.
But like being in an actual music video and it being like the attention is not, it wasn't on you, but it's kind of like on you.
Right.
I can see how you feel like.
And
you don't know what to do with your hands.
I definitely give that to you, because like I feel like as somebody who does podcasts, not only are you like doing the video for you, but you're doing the video for your guests too. So you have to be able to make your guests feel comfortable enough to open up. And that's a job in its own. So I definitely give you that, because I feel really comfortable. Like you said, I'm pretending like it's not even here. Like I don't even see it. When normally I'd be sitting there like, this thing is still looking at me. Like this camera is still on me.
Yeah,
like
my camera's big as fuck. My camera's tiny.
No, for real. So like you're doing a great job. I appreciate it. And this opportunity for sure.
So Misunderstood. Can you tell us a little bit about what's happening next? Like, what's the next album?
Okay, so I don't have another album planned right now. Like Misunderstood was supposed to just like be my like first, let me put this out there for real. I did have a project before Misunderstood that was like, it was like an EP, my intro EP called Loyalty Over Love in high school. But I kind of wanted to delete all my old music, and my aunt was like, why would you do that? Like, the whole point of having old music is so you can see how far you've come. And I was like, I get it now. I definitely understand to see the progress, the growth. So, but with Misunderstood, we are working on the deluxe. We got like, I'm going to say 4 or 5 new songs coming out.
Okay.
So we already started working on one of them, or 1 or 2 songs already. I have some old stuff that I'm probably going to cook up and like reiterate, change too, and then throw on. And we're just going to try to make it even better than it was before. So, because like, that's the thing too. Like when an album is doing good, you don't want to slow the momentum down for anything. And if you throw in a deluxe, and I've like listened to albums where like the full album is fire, and then they throw out the deluxe and it's like, damn, like why'd you do that? Like you ruined it. You ruined it. So try not to ruin it. So, we just taking little things from the original, things that people didn't like, and seeing what we could tweak and add on to it. So yeah, deluxe on the way, y'all.
Can you tell me a little bit about how Misunderstood makes you feel?
I realized that a lot of the ways that I be feeling emotionally, mentally, and physically, like people can relate to, but I'm really good at expressing myself. But just because I can express myself, not everybody understands me. So I came up with Misunderstood. Like I feel like I tell people how I feel, but maybe the way I'm saying it, they don't understand, or it's too much for them to comprehend. So, because I'm very emotionally in tune, so it's like, it's a lot to hit all at once. I was like, let's try to build up on this idea. Every song kind of like takes a piece of my life in those very moments. So if you played End of Time right now, I know exactly what I was thinking that day, that moment that I started writing to it, who was with me in the studio, what the plan was, what we changed, like down to the T. Same thing with Misunderstood, the song itself, same thing with Viral, just like any science behind it, I can think back to it. And I wanted my album to be a story of like growth, a build up to like where I'm at now. So it was just a lot to like write down. But eventually when I was able to put it into words and put it on a beat, I was like, okay, like I relate to this, so I want other people to be able to relate to this. So that's the idea behind Misunderstood. Is for anybody else who's out there, like feels like they're mad misunderstood, they're not like understood, they're not being understood by other people and things like that, like it's cool. Like, at some point we all feel lost and misunderstood. So like you just kind of gotta go with your own flow and then build up from that. So.
It's good to have a medium to reach out to people, because that's what I see, like as you're talking, that's why I see you kind of use your music as a medium to reach out to people.
Right.
And I think that's really powerful, because if anything, you got people listening, you got people tuned in. That's good, because you're talking about something that can really help someone.
Right.
Or maybe it's just for a vibe, that one person is vibing, but you have so many different people you're reaching out to, because you have so many different like genres you're covering, even in the one album. I'm sure when you drop the deluxe, I don't know what you're gonna do.
Man.
So I'm sure you might still have something more, but just with the one album and the songs that you've dropped, up until now, it's like you've been inspiring people from then till now. It's really powerful.
I appreciate that. Nah, yeah, it's nice. Like I be having like kids reach out to me. Like there was a kid whose mom reached out to me and said like, my daughter's in like 6th grade, and like she listens to your music all the time, like, and she asked me to put you on in the radio. And like, normally she was like, normally I'm very iffy about putting rap music on, because like, you never know what you're gonna hear these days, but you be speaking things that are, even if there's curse words, you say things that are like, can help my kid, things that I know my kid's gonna listen to and be like, oh, I want to do this, I want to sound like this, I want to be this. So like, I got kids hit me up and they're like, can you pop out to our games, because like, you know, it's kind of nice to have you there, like, and stuff. So it's dope when people reach out, people who are like, bro, like, I was on the verge of like a mental health crisis, and if it wasn't for your music, that's crazy. Like, for me to think, I'm not like Drake or nothing, like, I'm not up there for real, like, I'm not even close to their level. So it's like, to hear that from like 1, 2, 3 people here and there, like, it's kind of like, damn, like, this means something. I'm doing something, you know. Yeah. So that's the whole goal.
That's all the questions that I had, though. Is there anything you want to know?
All right. Well, sneak peek, some stuff coming up. Like, I am possibly thinking about putting out some, like, because when I was younger, I really wanted to get into clothing. So I might start putting out some misunderstood hoodies and t-shirts. Like, you know, we're working on that in the process, see where we could go with it. So, you know, stay tuned for anything new. Shout out to all my peoples, man, at school. Shout out to my fans who've been supporting me. Shout out to my family. I should have went first. Shout out to my family first off. Yeah. Shout out to God and family, real. Because like, without y'all, my siblings, bro, when I tell y'all my siblings, I would have them wake my brother and my sister up in high school when I started making little videos to my Instagram to build traction for promo. Like, I would wake them up at all different types of times. Like, I would wake my brother up at like 8 in the morning on a Sunday and be like, I need to go record a video at the park right now. Can you do this for me? And he's sitting there in the car, take after take after take. My sister too, like, take after take after take. So shout out to y'all. Without them, they're the ones who keep me pushing. Like, so I appreciate it. But yeah, that's really it.
I want to shout out Layzie for like the 15th time.
Nah, shout out to Layzie.
Because if it wasn't for Layzie Day, I would not be here right now with this. I do appreciate, you know, the work that you guys put into that album. I'm excited for the deluxe for sure.
Hey, I need y'all to like, comment, and subscribe on this joint right here.
Facts.
She put in too much work, you know, to make sure that you guys are staying tapped in with all the newest and latest artists that are coming up. And also just like, thank you for giving like people like me a platform, for real. Like, you know, like, it's really nice to like be able to come on here, because I don't have people like on the radar or hip hop news, NYC, what NYC sounds like, you know, reaching out to me and stuff to do interviews or do podcasts. So like, I appreciate that you're giving me a chance to speak on something that I made. So I appreciate it.
That's everything. It's long. What's that? 41 minutes? That's not bad.
That's tough.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I need one of them juice boxes.
Nah, cause she shitted with these damn juice boxes.
Richie made it.